Hello and welcome back to the channel. Notice how we continue to tell you that 2020 is getting more and more strange. And I do believe that strange is an understatement. It's actually starting to sound very scary, almost like a sci-fi film, like what next? You see, we still have some more time left in 2020. We are in mid-November, so we still have a whole month and a half to see what 2020 has to offer. Now, in this story, I'm going to be talking about something very strange that is happening in one community where neighbors were awoken by a very eerie distress call of swans falling from the sky. And I don't mean falling from the sky just, flying and floating down to the ground. I mean literally. I don't mean falling from the sky as in flying down to the ground and landing, but they are literally falling dead to the ground. Now, this is all happening in the middle of the night. I believe they said it was like 1:30 in the morning that they were awakened to this very strange sound from these birds. What I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and roll the video so that you all can hear the news coverage of this story and also see how very strange it all is. But many of us who follow biblical prophecy, we know that the Bible talks about these kinds of things happening, how the earth was going to be in distress and animals as well. So I'm going to go ahead and play this video and then I will be right back. Actually, I'm just going to play the audio for you, but I'll be right back.
Wildlife officers investigated a bizarre and troubling incident overnight. People finding dead or injured swans in their yard. New specialist Gardabi has been looking into that today and what may have caused this. And a warning: some video in this story may be disturbing.
Tonight, everything seems as it should be, but if you look closely, something is strangely out of place. It started late last night. In Davis County, neighbors woke up from Friday the 13th to an eerie sound of distress. Then one by one,
Didn't expect that to happen at 1:30 in the morning.
with trepidation,
So we can be done with the old 2020.
they found it had fallen from the skies.
Smacked in my house and hit the garbage can.
Where was that second one at?
I think it was right.
Conservation officers found 3 tundra swans in this field.
It has been insane. We've had calls coming in since 4 o'clock this morning regarding injured swans, and it has been nonstop all day.
Officer Brooklyn Evans says it's normal to spot swans this time of year as they migrate south, but to find them like this?
Yeah, its head's gone.
So far, they've recovered 15 swans, including 5 that were injured.
So some of them were wounded and they were taken to a rehab center.
The rest are going to a lab to determine their cause of death.
None of them have been shot. We do have reports that some of them look like they were struck with lightning or various things, but again, we don't know because we need to send them into the lab to get the complete cause of death.
For now, they're betting on last night's storm with its 40 to 50 mile per hour wind gusts as 2020 strikes again.
It's just a weird coincidence. It's Mother Nature at its finest.
Yeah, that's Garda Mejia reporting there. Officials think there may still be more injured or dead swans out there. If you find a swan, you're asked to contact the Utah Division of Wildlife Resources or Northern Division at 801-476-2740, that number that you see on the screen.
So as you've just heard, a lot of swans are falling from the sky. Now, what does that say? A lot of people can just chalk it up to what the news report said. Many of them look like they were struck by lightning or whatever may have happened to them. They can speculate, but for me, it always sounds like biblical prophecy, how the scripture talks about the earth moaning, the animals are going to be, it literally says that animals are going to be dead and fish in the sea are going to die. The earth is going to be groaning, not moaning, but groaning, you see, because of all of the disastrous things that are happening. There is something that has caused these birds to just die, okay? It could be something in the air, chemicals or some type of spray. Whatever it is, it still lines up with biblical prophecy. What people don't understand is when things happen in the world that line up with biblical prophecy, but it also shows some type of evidence of human error, whether there's a chemical spill or the air is being sprayed or something else is going on. You have to understand that the Most High will use things that man is doing. As a matter of fact, when things are prophesied, it doesn't mean that the arm of the Most High is going to come down from heaven and just cause the water to turn red. It is just being prophesied that this will happen. And so when we see the water turning red, it is a fulfillment of biblical prophecy. When the scripture says that the river Euphrates is going to dry up, and we see the river Euphrates dry up, that is a fulfillment of prophecy. When the Bible tells us, come on now, family, when the Bible tells us that there were going to be famines in the land, when it tells us that there was going to be wars and rumors of wars, it doesn't mean that the arm of the Most High is going to come down from heaven and do these things, but that man will also participate. Man will be the vessel used to bring about these things. Just like when the scripture talked about how we as the children of Yashrael would go into slavery all over the world. It wasn't that the Most High himself was going to come down here and enslave us. It was a prophecy that it would happen, you see. And so when I see incidents such as this happening in the world, for me, it is just another sign of biblical prophecy being fulfilled. That is what it is, you see. Those of you who are not really into the Bible, if you read anything else, why not read some biblical prophecy? Read the book of Revelation, okay? Read the book of Joel. Read some of the Old Testament. Read some of the Apocrypha. Read some of these books and just see if anything sparks your interest, because there are definitely some things that we see playing out right before our eyes that were prophesied. So if you are having doubts, read some of it and line it up with what you see happening, okay? Nation rising against nation. All of these strange things happening. Diseases and famine. And that's just to name a few. Anyway, I'm not trying to preach in this video, okay? I just wanted to share this story with you about the swans mysteriously making strange noises at 1 o'clock in the morning and then falling from the sky, hitting people's houses, hitting their trash cans, falling dead in the field. Very strange indeed. Tell me what you think in the comment section, family. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, share and like this video. And with that, I'm out. Be sure to ring the bell to be notified of new uploads on this channel, and also comment, share, like, and subscribe.